ring
No,
up.
look at
He's forcing it. He's following him.
Look at him. He's
He's following him.
Look at how he at right now.
Just let it warm up some. Look at his feet.
Oh, let him.
All right. Watch this. Watch this.
He following him.
Look, miss. He rushing it.
He loading up on him.
See?
Get him in the corner, Boots.
Brady over anxious.
He punching over anxious, Coach Charles. But he's punching before he set his feet.
Yep.
And that's what, see? He's stumbling over his own feet because he's trying to please everybody instead of let the fight come to him.
So he's trying to please.
I think the moment got him.
That's what it is.
The moment got him. The more look that don't look like my boy. That
he was making
wrong
him
punch.
this ridiculous.
You should have dug that to the body.
Yep.
He wanted the knockout.
Yeah.
He wanted to put on the show.
To please his people. Simple. He want to please his
Hey,
people.
guess what?
Come on, look at this turning around.
Guess what?
Too much on shit.
Guess what?
He even admitted.
Guess what?
He did. He admitted
Yeah,
it.
we know that he's there.
Guess what?
You know his whole family there.
We say the motherfucker can't box for 12 rounds with pressure on him.
That
I
motherfucker.
get it.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point, Squeeze.
Guess what?
That's a good fucking point.
Watch how he is.
That's a good point.
Look at
Did
that
you
nigga.
get that? Did you get that?
Shakur ain't never had a motherfucker.
Oh, we got it.
He never felt pain.
See, he's chasing after him. See,
And they act like the motherfucker ran the whole time. He was throwing some shit at.
He do
Fun
that.
in
Just
between.
throw off guard.
They slowed that shit
Bruce
down.
keep running every now and then. Bruce get a little law. They get out the way.
Yeah.
Bruce
They get
got-
out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's losing the fight.
He never really looked comfortable.
He said,
He never really looked at. See,
You're not going to knock me out. You're not
Can
gonna
I
knock
say
me
something, G? I cannot believe we critiquing a motherfucker who won every round. This nigga worst performance. He won every round. This is.
you know why?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
The guy was
Do you want to know why?
Yes, sir. I'm listening. He was fighting motherfucker 25 and
Do you want to know why?
23 knockout.
Do you want to know why?
Are you think we're talking bad about him
Because
we're honest?
no.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Listening.
You don't value
People,
honesty.
including me. I'm looking at him as a superstar. I don't want to see him regress. He's supposed to progress. Where
Where did he
And
digress
he
in
regressed
Where did he digress in his fight? He
because-
won every fucking round.
Yo,
You can't digress if you
Sloppy
Dictionary for
doing
y'all
it.
niggas. That's
He
what I'm
looked
going
at
to do.
You about to get what?
A dictionary.
Doing
This nigga talking about when did he digress.
He-
Let me tell you something.
Like,
No, I digress right now. Like, well,
He
I'm
I
looked
said you right. I said
okay.
Look, but that,
Squeeze
guess what?
fucking me up.
No,
You're right.
that was a word she had fun with, so that's good. She's engaged. Look, check this out. He didn't look. You calling out Earl, you calling out Bud. You cannot beat neither one of those guys with that performance.
You and I know.
Even though he won every round. Go ahead, nephew. I'm sorry. No, go ahead, baby.
You and I know, and this is some Coach Squeeze talk.
Oh, this a preview
some coach-
of the great debate. Oh, shit.
Some Coach
Oh,
Squeeze talk.
shit.
Sometimes motherfuckers fight down to their competition, and they fight up to their competition.
Coming to y'all live, y'all.
Sometimes
It's the
they
Ross
fight down, sometimes
Podcast.
they fight
The
up.
great
Yes.
debate.
And
Coach Jaws.
Errol fought
Lip,
down
Coach
to his
Squeeze.
competition, which he
How we
does.
on Earl?
Because y'all keep
Fuck,
going
we
back
on
and
Earl
connecting stuff.
Spence. We
Because
on.
y'all keep
So
going back and
you
connecting stuff.
telling me?
So if Errol fought
You
down
telling
to his
me?
competition with Sean, then what?
No, he didn't fight. You can't fight down to your competition. Ain't no
Y'all
fighting
niggas
down to
hell
competition
Sean.
with Sean.
Y'all
Sean is a
really-
tough motherfucker to fight. That's you get in there with a
Sean
pit
is
bull.
underage
That's
football
gonna
player.
be that's gonna be a tough fucking fight. That you better fight up to your competition.
Oh,
He's a rugged
that's
ass
what we
football
doing
player.
right
He's
here.
a football
That's what the hell we
That
doing.
motherfucker tough. Two-time world
Did you
champion.
hear what she just
He's a
said?
two-time world champion.
Did you hear what she just said?
He is.
Listening.
He fought to his style, right? We know it's rough, rugged, and raw.
Coming straight from
Right?
Yes, sir.
Did he or do not stay to his roots? He stayed true to his roots.
Absolutely.
He's not. And look, what the funny thing about it, yo was using a jab in that fight a little bit more. Yo boxed Earl a little bit. He gave Earl some issues.
Stop it. Stop it.
That's how he jabbed.
What's the problem?
So
You look like that's a problem.
So who do we want to see Boots fight?
It was very
if
effective.
it's not Earl or Spence.
Boots has
I
to
said
fight.
Earl and Spence are the same person. I'm sorry, Earl. I know. It's
fucking me
Earl
up.
or Bud.
I really don't want to see them fight, to be honest. I really don't.
So who do we want to see Boots
Oh
fight?
my God.
At 47.
Coach Brandy just
I want to see him
Because
fight
I
Bud.
want Spence and Bud to fight before Boots goes into the picture.
I
And
don't
if
think
Spence
Bud
and-
gonna fight.
What if they
If
whip Bud?
Spence
What if they
and
whip
Bud
Boots?
fight,
What if
they
they?
going to 150?
What if they? What if they?
Will
whip
it make
Boots?
it bigger?
Come on, brother.
Will it make it bigger if Earl fight Boots and beat him? Would that make that fight even greater? Him and the Bud fight?
Not after this performance.
You
A lot of
grimy.
people not doing
You
it.
I mean, I understand you is only good as your last performance, so everybody judging
You
him
talk
off
about
this.
big, making it big. A lot of people was like,
You don't think that
It's
was
one fight out of
escalate-
30.
listen, you're not listening.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
The
sorry.
public sees that as like, we was high, now we're low. That's the public. He
No,
talking
he
about
been-
making the fight big.
He been riding.
The public is
I
down
got a good
again. They
one.
can't get
So
big.
you
I got a
ain't,
good
you
one
don't
for
think
you.
that gonna raise everybody nose hands?
We cannot.
Of course it will.
Oh, okay.
But if Arrow beat Boots, everybody gonna say, well, we saw that coming.
But
It's not the same
Boots been riding high his
as
whole
it
career,
was
though.
before.
Boots been riding high his whole career. This is
For
first where we
sure.
look at him like, oh, we looking like he
Had
going
a
down.
developmental
No, not
fight.
going
He's
down.
not going down.
Not going down.
Why you keep
but
we talking bad about him?
no,
is.
not
So
going
not.
down.
We're being honest.
But
he was honest
we
about it. He
looking
talked bad
for
about himself.
him.
Off one now, y'all, cause if he,
You
all
can't be honest with
Can I
Josh.
say one thing?
Josh
You
had
can't.
a-
You can't.
All right,
You
listen,
can't.
listen.
You can't.
Josh have a bad night in the bed. His lady gotta lie to him. If it was you was quiet. You was at the gym with the kids. That's all right, baby. You gotta keep lying to Josh. We can't even get some. She get on the phone with a girl like, I ain't never gonna get no good dick. God damn.
I didn't see that
You know
coming.
I'm emotional.
Yeah, I did not see
You
that.
gotta lie to Josh,
You know I'm
yo.
emotional.
You got Oscar the Grouch charge,
Hey,
yo.
can I say one thing?
Come
We
on, that
cannot judge Boots off one fight. Now,
No.
if he have
No.
a fight, if he go his next 4 fights like this, then we can be like, all right,
Yeah.
nigga. Like Berlinga.
Yeah.
Berlinga was a knockout
True.
artist. They
True.
ain't knocked the last
True
4 or 5
assessment.
motherfuckers
Good
out.
comeback.
So then we can say that
Good
not off
comeback.
one fight.
No.
Maybe the next
No.
4 or 5 fights. But not off one fight.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
We're not judging him.
Brandy hurt my heart. I'm emotional.
We're not judging. I like Boots.
Get
Boots
your
is
phone
still
now.
good.
I'm about to go get my food.
Put your phone.
The best thing about that is
So-
Boots was honest about his assessment, and he said, "Yo, I didn't cut the ring off."
Who should Boots
That's
fight
the
next?
best thing.
Who should he fight next?
Who should he fight next at 47? I would
a lot
love
of
to
them.
see him with Danny Garcia or
There's
Keith.
a lot of them.
No, he
No.
fight at 54.
Oh, Danny did go, so it would have to
No.
be Keith.
So, okay,
It would
good.
have to
No.
be Keith.
Should he fight
No,
Keith
I
Thurman
don't want
instead
to
of
see that.
Keith
I don't
Thurman and
wanna
Boots?
see
He
that.
needs a name.
Keith Thurman and
I don't
Boots?
want to see
He
that.
needs
I
a
want to
name,
see that.
please.
Keith Thurman. I'd rather see
He
that
needs a
than
name.
Erwin Boots.
Huh?
He needs a name.
I like
Keith-
Keith
I mean,
Thurman
not
and
Erwin Boots. Erwin,
Keith
Keith
Thurman
Thurman.
and-
I don't
Yeah,
want to see
I
that
want to see
fight.
Keith Thurman and Boots.
I don't want to see
No.
that.
He
But
needs
Boots-
a name.
Yes.
Nobody is trying to let him fuck up this Spence and Bud thing.
The bag.
That'd be a
So
nice
Bud
fight.
can fuck it up by himself? Can't nobody
Yeah,
else?
that's the only people who can fuck that up is them.
Is Bud gonna fight Spence?
Y'all see what it say on who got Spectrum in here?
Man, you ain't see what Earl said today? That shit is false. Don't believe it.
We
I
gotta
feel like
see.
I feel turns though. We ain't, man,
You
fuck
might
what the
not get it,
fans
but
say.
guess
We
what?
can't make him do what he don't want to do. Yeah, we want him to
Facts.
fight Prophet. I meant Bud, but I meant Earl. But if he don't want to, shit.
If he don't want
Go
to,
fight
he don't
David
want to.
and make 10
But what
million.
I heard was Keith said if he don't fucking, I mean not Keith, Earl said if he don't fight, going up.
Yeah.
But with Oscar the
I'm
Grouch.
going
He
up.
might as well go. Ain't nobody else.
Exactly.
Yo, but
But what about-
let me ask you this. As a fighter, right? As a fighter,
Don't put your hands on
when you state that
They
you
both
are
suck
the
with
best, you're a Hall of Famer. You don't think he should have gave the fans that fight?
We'll see the spot.
You don't
He is
think
a Hall of Famer.
You don't think everybody
True pound for pound.
No, you don't think we
True
should have
pound
a
for pound
definite
champion.
number one at 147?
True pound for pound champion.
We should have a definite number one at 147.
We should.
We do. We should. You're right. I agree.
We got as fans, we got Raw.
All right. So how about this? Boots. I mean, Earl move up. Let all the fucking belts go. Terrence and Bud fight, and then one of them get all the fucking belts. Then, shit. If they ain't gonna make the fight happen.
Because Earl set out and said his goal was to make sure everybody knew he was number one at 147.
So should Charlo move up if Earl move up? They fight in the same camp. They don't. They got the same fucking coach. So how the
Earl said he'd fight him.
I know Earl will. Charlo said he wouldn't. Charlo, I think he's.
I mean, we know Earl a fighter though.
Yes.
Not like Bud or the rest of them.
So should Charlo move up after 160 after he fight Tony Harrison? If he beat Tim Tszyu.
Would you like to see Tony Harrison move up to 60 and take a grab at that?
No, I want him to stay at 54 because he ain't never. I mean, he did win the. He did take Charlo belt, but I want to see him like unify.
Or he took it.
That first fight.
You remember that fight?
The first fight.
That yesterday, right?
The first fight was a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the stat. I thought Charlo won, but I could see why they would give it to Tony.
Don't you supposed to beat the champ convincingly?
You right. You right. You right. You right.
To convince him.
You right. That's why you right. I felt like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like referees and a lot of people in the industry didn't like the Charlos. Them niggas was too angry, too, like at one point in time. That's why I think they robbed Charlo for that Tony Harrison fight, me personally.
You think he got robbed?
Hey! Close.
It was a close fight, but he won the fight, and Charlo,
I think he got robbed.
he ain't doing enough to
And
take
then
the
second
belt.
fight, he got clearly out.
Yeah, he clearly won.
They got a punch his chance. And
Let me call you right back, Pop.
punching that nigga and getting his chance. So I don't think he got robbed. It's the thing with Tony is Tony's a great boxer. He just don't got no chin. As soon as he get touched, and the dummy was winning the fight and showboated.
Got his ass.
And I was like, yo, you won the fight. And he showboated and got cracked. I said, oh my God.
Does Tony
You think
beat
that
Tim
was a
Tszyu?
premature stoppage?
Hell no.
Nah, he was.
I thought the ref should have stopped it the first time when he went on the ring and he collapsed. And the ref gave him a 10 count, and then he got
Because he
back.
got cracked more than once.
Yeah, he got dropped like twice
Yeah, he got
that
cracked
last
more than
round.
once.
So y'all telling me that was no premature stoppage
I don't think so.
over there on that ropes?
Hell no. He was hurt.
Hey Brandy, excuse me, y'all. Hey Brandy, you know about this. When the coach throw the towel in, the fight is over, or there's an option.
No, it's over.
It's over.
Nothing
You sure?
Yeah, the coach is able to stop the fight.
Are you sure?
From history, from what I know, hell yeah. You seen what Sean Porter father did?
We
just
watched the fight. Threw the towel in, ref threw that motherfucker back out the ring.
He didn't
'Cause he
understand
asked the
what was
fighter.
going on, huh?
He asked the fighter said he was okay.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Never.
We just watched.
That's how officials
No,
take
something
the
like
shine of what they need to do.
Yeah, I know.
White flag come out, official go boom.
No.
How many you see how many fighters have almost fought their trainers because of that?
That's why I'm asking you the question. That was the first time I ever seen that in history.
Zab Judah for the ref did.
Was it a premature stop? Floyd Mayweather versus Diego Corrales, God rest his soul. Was that a premature stop?
No.
No. Diego could. When you listen,
Was he
Even
hurt even though he got dropped 30
his
times?
mouthpiece out. That's number one.
But was he hurt? Like he looked like he
kept
was like.
his mouthpiece out.
no, listen.
He was
this
buying
is important.
time.
This is important. If you got a fighter, and he may not be hurt to the point where he can't continue, but if you know he can't
Just
win this
outboxed
fight,
and just-
and he can't, are you going to send him back in there to get punched or more where he can't get another payday?
That's a good point. Okay, that's a great point.
Are you going to stop his money and his livelihood to feed his family
For an unwinnable fight.
for an unwinnable fight?
That's a good point.
As a coach, you got to make that decision.
Can't argue with that. Great point.
What's the point? You want to send him out there to get slaughtered and he don't wake up in a couple hours?
Have there ever been a fight you seen where you like, ref, you should have stopped this shit?
Of
Absolutely.
Of
All the
course.
fucking recent deaths we done
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
All the, matter of
I was
fact,
trying to think of
Two
something.
of them last year,
You
right?
think of something
Yeah.
off
Was
that?
it two of them?
think of
yeah,
something?
back to back. And I'm talking.
I feel like the ref should have
Scary.
stopped that fucking Mikey Garcia fight. I don't know why that popped in my head. He was beating the shit out of Mikey. Earl Spence and Mikey.
Yeah.
Should have beat the
Yeah.
ass. I would have
Yeah,
stopped
Yeah.
that
his
shit.
corner could have stopped it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His corner had too much pride.
yeah.
What else fight?
I mean, that's what
the
Earl
thing.
do though,
Corner having
yo.
the pride.
That's what Earl do. That's why I can't wait till him and Bud.
What's the
fight.
little boys?
What?
240 pounds of Mikey Garcia. Did you supposed to did that there?
I mean, Bud won't get in the ring with him though. But
Did you
what
supposed to?
you
We
saying?
talking about?
I'm just saying, Bud won't
You
get in the ring
jumping
with
over
Earl.
shit.
Bud
You
won't get in the
jumping
ring with
over
Earl.
shit now. You jumping over shit. Stick to the line of the question.
We was talking about stoppages now.
Stick to the line of the question. You couldn't get 140 pounder out of that.
So do we think Keith Thurman got a chance against Boots or getting him out of there if he couldn't get 140 pounds out of that Mario Barrios? I'm just asking.
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
No.
Do you think, honestly?
No.
That Keith can get Boots out?
Yeah. If he couldn't get 140 pounds out?
I think that's a bad fight to use a judgment on, but I think Keith cracks. If he hits anybody, I think he cracks. But
I think he walks through that.
Boots?
He ain't one time no more.
I don't think Boots would.
He ain't one time no more. He's Keith. His name is
I don't
Keith.
think Boots would be there to get hit, to be honest.
Refer to him as Keith from now on. He's no
One
more.
thing I like about Boots, that nigga will take a punch, though. And look at you and go right forward. Like, Boots will take a punch.
He got chin.
Boots got a chin.
He got chin.
I seen Boots got a chin.
He got chin.
Boots be getting touched by somebody that's
He the
decent.
guy with.
Now you right. He
By
never-
somebody that's
Clean.
just decent.
Good pop.
World champion Lipinus touched him. Even though he got him out of there, he touched him.
Lipinus is a
Even-
solid little
Lippin
punch.
is strong.
Yeah, Lipinus
Lipinus
is strong.
is a solid little punch.
He's
I'm
strong.
trying to think of Kern caught his ass with a good punch. A great punch. Cause you know he kept
I think Boots has a chin.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first
Okay.
time I ever watched
Okay.
that fight.
Yeah.
It was like you was stringing that along.
I ain't gonna lie with Coach
Because
Brandon.
I didn't know how to make that judgment.
You
Like,
sound
did we
you
see
was like-
anybody
This
against?
the-
I was like,
you
if you ain't
ducking the
getting
fight.
hit, and if you ain't getting punched by somebody, I
I
don't
ain't gonna
know,
lie. Let me be on
but they
your
was real
side.
confident.
This
Like
the
they
first
seen him
time
get
I,
like, and then like man up or something.
this the first time I watched Boots
He
fight
kind of
since
slick. He don't get hit that much.
since the night at Tank Fight. I never watched it on. I was like that motherfucker did look sloppy. He did. I don't think he
He was too anxious,
Yeah.
jumping, turning his whole body around out of position to get
It
hit.
happens.
It was just not a good
Stuff
look.
like
So
that.
did the lights get to him?
yes.
I think he just wanted to perform. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say the lights got to
Yeah,
him.
he never performed in
wanted
front of
to
20,000
perform.
people though. It's different.
He was on pay-per-view, like
Yeah, the whole
I
film
talked
was
to his
there.
dad.
the co-man.
I talked to his dad. And his dad was like, he ain't come to win. He came to survive.
I mean,
It's
the guy-
hard getting the dude out of there.
and that's the truth. That's a
like,
true story.
you know what I mean?
That's a true story.
But yo was touching him in between, stopping it, catching yo off balance.
I think he did fine if he would have just made simple, small adjustments. Even the attempt to look like, okay, I'm gonna set this up a little better, set traps. There was no attempt. It was I'm gonna keep lunging,
was
keep
on
this,
10.
keep this, keep this,
He was
and
on
it was
10.
like, come on, man.
He was on 10.
You know better. I
On
felt
10.
like he knew better than that, and he
So
should have
you
done
just
better.
gonna blame that all on him? What about his corner?
I don't know what his corner said. I was at the fight. I didn't see it on TV.
You know what I mean? Giving him the instructions.
That's true.
Cause I heard
I
his
don't know what
father
they said.
telling him cut the ring off.
So how we gonna blame the corner if he told him what to do?
I'm just saying.
Can't blame him if they told him the right thing.
But his father also said that yo didn't come to win. He just came to survive. It's hard getting a nigga out
Two
of there
things
like
can be
that.
true.
What's the segment called? What's the segment called, Coach Squee?
The Rise podcast.
No, you said this was you and Josh's. What is it called? What's y'all show called?
Oh, the Great Debate.
The great debate.
Coming to a theater near you. Producer, Mr. All Access associate producer.
Oh.
The great, it's another Rise podcast exclusive. It's in-house. We branching out. Brandy get ready to get her show. Coaches Brandy's Corner. We doing it all up. The Rise podcast gonna have like 5 entities rolling at one time. We can ready to eat.
Hey, get
We
it,
can ready to
champ.
eat. We
Tell
ready.
them
Everybody
what it
eat.
is.
Everybody. I'm like,
I
we
like
like,
Brandy's
we
corner.
like,
though.
we like, you like that, champ?
I do. That's a real
There
catchy.
you go, baby.
Yeah, we
Coach
are.
Squeeze, the second producer. Yeah, baby.